Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for college football. It's actually week 10 in the NCAA. And of course, we're breaking down the Big 12 in this edition of our free content here on YouTube. Now, before we dive into some more free content right here on YouTube, just got to quickly remind you once again that we are currently 2-0 in our last two extra daily picks on patreon.com/BrockPage. And access to that content costs just $2.99. We also won 2 out of our last 3 board member tier package plays on that site as well. We currently have over 625 members signed up and active on that site. And if you want to join them and get in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, moving on, we landed on the dot. We got it right there. Our next game we're going to be covering here is Kansas squaring off against Oklahoma. This could potentially be a murder scene, an absolute massacre. 3:30 p.m. Eastern start time. The Sooners are the 38-point favorite, total 65.5. The Sooners are on a 3-game winning streak. Texas Tech, TCU, and the Texas Longhorns are the 3 teams they beat during that stretch. They're actually coming fresh off a 34-point victory over Texas Tech, where they put up 62 points on the Red Raider defense. And as a matter of fact, this Oklahoma offense averaged 49 points a game in their last 3, and they're averaging 44 points a game for the entire 2020 season. They've also successfully covered the number in their last 3 straight as well. The Sooners throw for 352 yards a game, and the average 3 passing TDs per contest as well. These guys have really been able to air it out very good through the air. And of course, that's thanks to quarterback Spencer Rattler, who's completing 70% of his passes for over 1,800 yards and 17 touchdown passes. This guy's been really good. His favorite target's been Marvin Mims, who has 23 catches for 388 yards and 6 touchdowns. Mims is also averaging 17 yards per reception. Now, wideout Theo Weiss also has caught 23 balls for 337 on the season as well. Meanwhile, the Sooner running attack is gaining 159 yards a game on the ground. TJ Pledger has gained over 350 yards on the season, and he scored 4 times. Oklahoma's gone 2-1 straight up at home this season, 2-1 against the spread in those contests. They are taking on a pitiful Kansas team who's 0-6 straight up on the year, 0-6 against the spread in those contests. The Jayhawks are coming off a 30-point loss to Iowa State, where they actually gave up 52 points to the Cyclones. Kansas is actually giving up 46 points a game, with their best performance coming against Coastal Carolina, where they only gave up 38 to the Chanticleers. So very bad defense. This is like an all-time worst college football team, the rate they're going. Now, the Jayhawks gain just 152 yards a game through the air, and they have only 3 passing TDs through 6 contests. The O-line has also given up 29 sacks. Meanwhile, their team's leading rusher is rushing for just 54 yards per contest. This terrible Jayhawk defense has gotten the quarterback only 6 times thus far in the season, and they forced only 4 turnovers. Now, total-wise, the Jayhawks are 3-0 to the over when they travel. No surprise there. They gave up so many points. They're also 6-0 to the over for the entire year. A perfect 6-0 to the overs. Meanwhile, the Sooners on the other side saw 4 out of their last 5 get over the line themselves. Give me the Oklahoma Sooners minus 38 in the over 65.5 in that contest. Next matchup, Texas Tech squaring off against TCU. 3:30 p.m. Eastern kickoff at Texas Christian. The Horned Frogs are the 9.5-point favorite at home, total 61 and a hook.